KCR's party claims bid to topple their government. BJP calls it a desperate poll stunt. High drama unfolds in Telangana, and that's our top focus on 5 Live.
So you've got a farmhouse, you've got photographs, you've got allegations flying thick and fast. But the question remains, who is lying in Telangana? Who is trying to buy and break whom between the BJP and the ruling TRS? In the state of Telangana that goes to the elections at the end of next year, but with India's biggest bypoll just days away, Telangana has become a political hotspot. It's become a battlefield, it's become a war zone where all means necessary by both sides are being seen as totally politically okay. I'm Shiv Aroor on 5 Live. We're going to try and decode who is lying, who really is the aggressor in this new flashpoint in Telangana. First, the headlines. Amidst protests and black flags, Delhi Chief Minister visits Ghazipur landfill and fires blistering attack at BJP over Delhi garbage claims. Kejriwal says Saffron Party protecting garbage mafia for the last 15 years.
बीजेपी को मैं चैलेंज करता हूं, इनके सबसे बड़े नेताओं को चैलेंज करता हूं, 15 साल में एक काम बता दें इन्होंने, एक काम, कोई एक काम जो एमसीडी वालों ने 15 साल में किया हो.
3 years in jail for Samajwadi Party leader Azam Khan over hate speech against Yogi Adityanath and violating the Model Code of Conduct. Controversial leader has over 90 cases against him for extortion, criminal conspiracy and theft. Amid a spate of Hindu killings and Kashmiri Pandits leaving the valley, National Conference patron Farooq Abdullah makes a big claim, tells India Today Kashmir will become Hindu-less if immediate measures are not taken. Historic move by the BCCI, equal match fees from now on for both men and women's teams. Jai Shah calls it the BCCI's commitment to women's cricket and gender equality. Elon Musk goes viral again, this time after visiting Twitter headquarters with a sink in his hand. Says, let that sink in. As a deadline to take over Twitter site nears, he changes his Twitter bio to Chief Twit. There's a lot of shadow play that's been on in Telangana since a late night raid transpired yesterday over 4 TRS MLAs, ruling party MLAs, accusing the BJP of initiating another Operation Kamala in Telangana. Operation Kamala, remember, is the slang term for any attempt by the BJP to break a party and get its people over and therefore grab power. Well, this spurred a political blame game in Hyderabad with the TRS, the ruling party, claiming that the BJP's agents are closely linked with those who are trying to lure TRS members using hundreds of crores in cash. The BJP has been attempting to cement their position, remember, in Telangana via the crucial Munugode bypoll, which is up in just a few days, and it has become the most fiercely fought bypoll in recent Indian political memory. This fresh slugfest makes it clear that the stage for the battle is set. And please remember, viewer, that the actual election in Telangana is only at the end of next year. But the war for the state is on.
Suspected Operation Kamala in Telangana. TRS MLAs P. Rohit Reddy, Bhiram Harshvardhan Reddy, P. Rega Kanta Rao and Guvala Balaraju claim they were lured by alleged BJP agents to jump ship. The police arrested 3 suspects in late-night raids at a farmhouse in Aziz Nagar, Hyderabad, where a meeting of the MLAs and the alleged poachers was taking place.
వాళ్ళని ప్రలోభ పెడుతున్నారని చెప్పి డబ్బు ఇంకా కాంట్రాక్ట్స్ మరియు ఇతర పదవులు ఇస్తానని వాళ్ళని ప్రలోభ పెడుతున్నారని మనకి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇచ్చారు. మరి ఆ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మీద మనము ఈరోజు వచ్చి ఈ ఫామ్ హౌస్లోని మనము రేడ్ చేస్తే ఇక్కడ ముగ్గురు కనపడ్డారు. ఇందులో మనకి ప్రధానంగా రామచంద్ర భారతి అని ఈయన సమీర్ శర్మ.
The TRS MLAs allege they were offered 100 crore rupees to join the BJP by three men, Ramachandra Bharati, Somaya Julu Swami and Nandakumar, a hotelier. The ruling party claims the suspects have close links with the BJP. This spurred a political blame game.
KCRG's MLAs are not for sale. Using Swamiji's and many other political brokers, Bharatiya Janata Party leaders were caught red-handed today by pressurizing MLAs, 4 MLAs of TRS.
The Bharatiya Janata Party Telangana condemns this kind of stupidity, wherein none of the leaders belonging to the Bharatiya Janata Party are found in the farmhouse, nor any sympathizers.
The TRS alleges the arrested hotelier Nandakumar is linked to Union Minister Kishan Reddy. The BJP is adamant they had no role to play, calling it a ploy by Telangana Chief Minister KCR ahead of the crucial Munugode Assembly bypolls.
वो समझ रहे हम प्रगति भवन से फार्म हाउस जाना पड़ता है, हमारे हाथों से हमारे परिवार से सत्ता चले जाने वाला है, मुख्यमंत्री कुर्सी जाने वाला है, इसलिए अलग अलग नया नया ड्रामा शुरू किया है. ये गुमराह हुआ है.
You see the past history of the BJP. Last 8 years, they have toppled in 9 states only by doing such illegal things.
As per the FIR, exclusively accessed by India Today, the 4 TRS MLAs claim they were offered 100 crore rupees to switch sides. In addition, they were allegedly offered government contracts. The TRS leaders said the alleged BJP agents threatened criminal cases against those who turned down the bribes. They claimed another 50 crore rupees was offered for any other MLA willing to defect to the BJP. One TRS MLA went as far as warning that if the BJP's Operation Kamala continued, he would gouge their eyes out.
మేమందరం నిప్పు రవలం టీఆర్ఎస్ పార్టీ ఎమ్మెల్యే అంతా నిప్పు రవలం చేస్తే భగ్నమయ్యేది భస్మమయ్యేది బీజేపీ పార్టీ కాబట్టి ఇటువంటి చర్యలకు ఒక్కొక్కసారి తెరదీయదని చెప్పి.
This latest battle of words comes as BJP and TRS fight over Munugode, a seat that they must win to cement their momentum for the assembly elections next year. The BJP sees Telangana as their next frontier in the south, where they have so far managed to win power only in Karnataka. With Abdul Bashir in Hyderabad, Bureau Report, India Today.
And joining me live and exclusive now from Hyderabad is G. Kishan Reddy, Union Minister in the Modi government at the centre, prominent BJP leader from Telangana, who is in Hyderabad today for not only campaigning in the Munugode constituency, but also held a press conference earlier today over the fresh scandal that has broken out, the Farmhouse. Reddy Garu, thank you very much. Welcome. Thank you for being with me here on 5 Live. My first question, Reddy sir, is what do you make of this late night poaching drama that has unfolded? The TRS, the police, they are pointing a finger at the BJP and saying it is a BJP linked attempt to buy TRS MLAs, sir.
इसमें ड्रामा करने का क्या जरूरत है, मैं बताना चाहता हूं. अगर कोई मेरा पार्टी में शामिल होना है तो हम ओपनली ले लेंगे, मीडिया के सामने लेंगे, गेस्ट हाउस में जाके, फार्म हाउस में जाके. क्यों लेना चाहते हैं, क्या जरूरत है, पैसे क्यों देते हैं? अगर कोई मेरा पार्टी में आना है तो आ सकते हैं, अच्छे लोगों को ले सकते हैं, क्योंकि इधर तेलंगाना का जनता चाहते हैं टीआरएस को उखाड़ के फेंकने के लिए. टीआरएस पार्टी परिवार राज को हटाने के लिए जनता तैयार है. इसलिए मैं कोई पैसे देने का सवाल नहीं है। वो पैसे किधर से आए, कौन 400 करोड़ दे तुम बोले, जो 150 करोड़ किधर गए, वो पैसे क्यों एफआईआर में नहीं बताया, ये बताना चाहता हूँ मैं। ऑफिशियली बताना चाहता हूँ, ये कमेटी कॉन्स्टिट्यूट किया भारतीय जनता पार्टी, जॉइनिंग कमेटी। समाज में, सिविल सोसाइटी में जो अच्छे लोग हैं, अगर दूसरा पार्टी में कोई अच्छे लोग हैं, हम ओपनली उनसे डिस्कशन करके पार्टी में लाएंगे। एक ही कंडीशन है, अगर कोई एमएलए एमपी मेरे पार्टी में शामिल होना है तो जरूर एमएलए एमपी दूसरा पार्टी के चुनाव के ऊपर जो सिंबल के ऊपर चुना है उसको इस्तीफा करके, रिजाइन करके मेरे पार्टी आना है। ये कंडीशन जो भी एक्सेप्ट करते हैं हम लेते हैं। हम कोई फार्म हाउस का जगह बातचीत करने का जरूरत नहीं है, उसमें कोई षड्यंत्र करने का जरूरत नहीं है, उसमें केस लगाने का कोई मतलब ही नहीं है। केसीआर अभी कितने लोगों को, अभी टीआरएस पार्टी के में जो कांग्रेस के 12 एमएलएस लिया है वो रिजाइन भी नहीं किया है, उसमें मिनिस्टर भी है। ये हमारे को कहानी सुना रहे, ये को हमारे को केसेस हमारे ऊपर लगाते केसीआर जी ने।
मिस्टर रेड्डी, क्या आप बोल रहे हैं कि केसीआर रिस्पॉन्सिबल है ये सब, ये जो हुआ है ये फार्म हाउस में? क्या आप ये एलिगेशन रख रहे हैं कि केसीआर इसके पीछे है?
क्योंकि 400 करोड़ का बात कर रहे हैं, एक नेशनल पार्टी के ऊपर आरोप कर रहे हैं, एक सरकार गिना का षड्यंत्र का बात कर रहे हैं, इसलिए हाई लेवल इंक्वायरी होना चाहिए। ये पूरे लोगों को वास्तविकता बताना चाहिए। मैं यही बताना चाहता हूँ, एक हफ्ता पहले केसीआर का बेटा, हमारा पार्टी का नेता जो उपचुनाव हो रहे, उसके बारे में बातचीत करते हुए आप बीजेपी छोड़ के हमारा पार्टी में, अभी मैं प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में पूरा वीडियो बताया उनका, ऑडियो भी बताया मैं उनका, केटीआर का बेटा का आवाज भी बताया, कैसा वो हमारे को फोन करके हमारे नेता को आप टीआरएस में आ जाओ ऐसा बोले। सबके ऊपर इन्वेस्टिगेशन होनी चाहिए। आज नहीं, 12 एमएलएस कांग्रेस का शामिल हो गया, उनको मिनिस्टर बनाया, उसके ऊपर भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन होना चाहिए। केसीआर किस किस को पैसा दिया, केसीआर किस किस को मिनिस्टर बना तुम बोले, किस किस को कॉर्पोरेशन का चुनाव दे तुम बोले, केसीआर किस किस को कॉन्ट्रैक्ट दिया है, उसके ऊपर भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन होना चाहिए तेलंगाना में।
लेकिन मिस्टर रेड्डी, एक व्यक्ति जो इस एंटायर घटना में अरेस्ट हुए हैं, जिसका गिरफ्तार हुआ है, उसका एक फोटोग्राफ है आपके साथ पोज करते हुए, उसको आप कैसे डिफेंड करते हैं? क्योंकि टीआरएस का बोलना है कि ये प्रूफ है कि वो आपके लिंक्ड आदमी है और इसलिए ये एक बीजेपी का कॉन्स्पिरेसी है।
मैं आज भी रिलीज किया हूं। जो आदमी है वो मेरा कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में रहता है, वो केसीआर का बेटे के साथ फोटो है, केसीआर दामाद के साथ फोटो है, और केसीआर पार्टी के जो 4 एमएलएस कल थे उसके साथ भी पहले उनके परिवार के साथ फोटो है, केसीआर का दूसरा एमएलएस के साथ फोटो है। हमारा फोटो एक ही है, मगर केसीआर का हजारों फोटो उनके साथ है, इसीलिए उसके ऊपर भी डिस्कशन को तैयार है, इन्वेस्टिगेशन को भी तैयार है। मैं इस सिटी का, हैदराबाद सिटी से 3 बार एमएलए था, मेरा कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में रहते हैं। उनका एक रेस्टोरेंट पे मैं एक टीआरएस एमएलए उद्घाटन पे गए, उसका एक फोटो है। मैं हजारों जगह जाते रहता हूँ ऐसा।
आखिरी सवाल रेड्डी सर, ये है कि मुनुगोडे बाइपोल जो अभी आएगा, असेंबली बाइपोल जो अभी आएगा नवंबर 3 को, उसके ऊपर इतना जो चल रहा है, एलिगेशन उड़ रहे हैं दोनों पक्ष के बीच, टीआरएस और बीजेपी में इतना खर्चा हो रहा है इस बाय इलेक्शन पर, इतना क्यों हो रहा है? लोगों को समझना है कि मुनुगोडे को लेकर इतना हाई प्रोफाइल, हाई वोल्टेज पॉलिटिक्स क्यों चल रहा है?
तेलंगाना में दिन दिन टीआरएस पार्टी का ग्राफ गिर जा रहे हैं। तेलंगाना में टीआरएस का परिवार राज्य के खिलाफ तेलंगाना के जनता आवाज उठा रहे हैं। वो महिला हो, युवा हो, किसान हो, नौजवान हो, छात्र हो, सभी लोग परिवार राज्य के खिलाफ आवाज उठा रहे हैं। अभी जितने भी चुनाव हुआ है, एक हुजराबाद में रिसेंटली हम जीते हैं, उससे पहले दुब्बाक में हम जीते हैं। म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन चुनाव में उनका बहुत कम सीट मिला है। अभी ये चुनाव में भी सर्वेस में भारतीय जनता पार्टी जीतेंगे ऐसे पूरा है। इसीलिए मुख्यमंत्री खुद एक सीट में बैठे हैं, मुख्यमंत्री बेटा एक पोलिंग बूथ में बैठे हैं, और पूरा एमएलएस टीआरएस का एक एक पोलिंग बूथ में, एक एक गांव में बैठे हैं। पूरा एक एक एमएलए साथ 200-300 लोग 20-40 गाड़ियां लेके आज मुनुगोड में गए हो, हजारों कार से दिखते रहते हैं पिंक कलर डालते हुए, क्योंकि ये अगर ये चुनाव हार गया, अभी वो सामान निकालकर जो ऑफिशियल सीएम घर से निकालकर फार्म हाउस से जाना पड़ेगा। इसलिए वो सोच रहे इस चुनाव कैसा भी जीतना चाहिए, इसके लिए भी ऐसा एक षड्यंत्र आदत है उनका, वो षड्यंत्र का रचना कर रहे हैं।
Kishan Reddy, thank you for speaking to India Today. Big, high-level, hot politics in Telangana, and that union minister right there to handle it on behalf of the BJP. Thanks for joining me here on 5 Live. And we've got some breaking news coming in on this high-voltage drama. The BJP has now written to the High Court asking for a special investigation team or SIT probe into this entire claim by the TRS that a poaching attempt has been made on TRS MLAs. The BJP has called for a special investigation team monitored by the High Court to look into the claims. Remember, the BJP is saying that this is a fake incident that has been created and crafted by the TRS to make the BJP look bad. The BJP is asked to move the case to the CBI or to a sitting judge commission of inquiry to conduct an investigation into this entire farmhouse scandal. The BJP is alleging that this was a false flag incident foisted by the TRS and KCR in order to show up the BJP as a party that is indulging in Operation Kamala when it is actually not. So that's where things stand right now. I want to bring in the representatives from both sides of what has become an extremely ill-tempered tug-of-war over who is lying, who is telling the truth, who is trying to buy, who is trying to break at this point of time. Krishna Sagar Rao, senior leader, spokesperson of the BJP with me. Bachu Srinivas is a leader of the TRS. I'd like to start with you, Mr. Srinivas, because the BJP has now asked for a special investigation team, court-monitored investigation into this entire farmhouse incident. How do you respond to that? Would you be agreeable to an independent sitting judge looking into this entire affair? Because the BJP is saying if it goes to a judge or if it goes to the CBI, then the TRS will be exposed. Respond to that, Mr. Srinivas.
Very good evening. TRS party is ready to face any kind of challenge or any kind of legal action by the central government, whatever they can go for anything, because they are in the power nationally. We never mind whatever the things happen to defend the things, whatever the incident happened, they know, they never expected that Operation Lotus is going to fail in Telangana. So far in 9 states, I believe, they got very good success. Everywhere they got success. The buying in MPs, buying in MLAs, and whatever the ministers are pilots and Sindhyas. They purchased everyone till date. I think they failed in buying the pilot, I believe. And today they failed very seriously in Telangana in buying Telangana MLAs who are very transparent and obedient and towards the Mr. KCR, the roaring lion of India. Okay. Today, the only one and only person from southern region throughout the nation who is opposing the policies of Modi. That's the power of our Mr. KCR. And it is very clear. There is a crystal clear evidence. The case is filed and registered, and we never mind. The people who have come to them, they approached, they clearly mentioned that they asked, they offered, and it is not new to the BJP party. And every nation holder, you, me, and Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao ji is also aware what their party is doing today in the nation.
Krishna Sagar Rao, respond to that. The TRS is basically saying we are open for an investigation, which is what the BJP has been asking for. They stick to their stand that this was an Operation Kamala attempt gone wrong. Respond to that, Mr. Rao.
See, there is no Operation Lotus. The only operation Bharatiya Janata Party knows is development of people who vote for us, who even don't vote for us when we are in opposition, we work for them. Now, Shiv, you have to understand the entire scripted plot which is being run by the KCR's TRS and also his government is a political conspiracy. It's a political conspiracy to besmirch and to to ensure that the image of Bharatiya Janata Party is muddled. And as we are the rising party in Telangana, we have been winning by-elections, we have been winning GHMC. Now we are bound to win the Munugode bypoll. This is a kind of a band-aid solution which KCR thought could quickly get some brownie points and create obfuscation politics in Telangana so that he can confuse the voters 4 days ahead of the election which is due. So Bharatiya Janata Party as a
are you saying this farmhouse, Mr. Rao, are you saying this entire farmhouse incident has been crafted by the TRS focused on the Munugode bypoll, or is there something else? Is that what you're alleging?
There are two angles to it. One is Munugode bypoll is due in the next 4 days.
Yeah.
So at the last minute, they want to create confusion in the voters and also ensure that we get distracted and then we engage ourselves in this kind of a plot.
Mr. Srinivas, respond to that. We've been covering the Munugode, the run-up to the Munugode bypoll and the reason why it has become such a big talking point, most expensive, largest expenditure, biggest stakes, all three parties desperate to win this because of the circumstances. Respond to that allegation that the TRS is desperate as far as the Munugode bypoll is concerned, and that's why it has created this entire farmhouse issue as a distraction. How would you respond to that?
BJP has come to a conclusion that they are losing the Munugode by-election. There are so many rumors that the national government has raised 300 crores of rupees to win the seat, and Mr. Rajgopal Reddy himself accepted that for the sake of 18,000 crores of contracts he went to be a Bharatiya Janata Party. It is very clear. And today they tried with the money, they are unable to buy the voters today. Since 4 months they are working in Munugode, they have come to a conclusion that with 40,000 majority, TRS is going to win the seat from Munugode. This is what exactly, because it is not Zairabad, this is not Dubbaka. So now the Congress is not supporting to them indirectly. So Congress is also working there seriously. There is no chance to get earlier only 10,000 votes for BJP. They have very good statistics. BJP people are having very good statistics and central intelligence and 3 to 4 survey companies are working there for them. They have very crystal clear information. They are going to lose.
Let's put Munugode aside for just a moment. Let's come back to the farmhouse which was raided yesterday and where arrests have been made. Mr. Rao, senior leader from your party, Mr. Kishan Reddy, who was there in Hyderabad, tells us that the photographs that are being used to suggest that the BJP is somehow linked to these guys who've been arrested is false because these same people have been photographed with, senior leaders of the TRS as well. Is that the BJP stand, that these photographs prove nothing and that there is no link between the BJP and any of the people here?
See, as I said earlier, this is a wild, baseless allegation, and this entire act has been staged by paid actors, produced and directed and released by TRS party, which flopped. The show flopped. Because why I'm saying this is they're nobody. They're not even members of our party. They have no links to our party. They're neither cadre or the leaders. So if there are some non-party actors are being engaged for this kind of no-show, how is Kishan Reddy connected to it? Just because somebody has taken a picture, he's a public man. He's been an MP. He's now an MP. He's been an MLA, and many people take pictures. And the same pictures also there with the same man with TRS. So pictures doesn't cut ice. What I'm saying is accusations are all right, allegations are all right, but where is the proof? Where is the evidence? How are they connecting BJP to this?
Mr. Srinivas, this is true actually. Photographs with political leaders is part and parcel of political life. Anybody can take pictures with anyone. All netas, lots of people come and take pictures with them. That doesn't prove anything. Is there any further proof that you have linking these men with the BJP?
Already the case is registered. The inquiry is going on. one Mr. Ramchandra Bharti, I believe, who is arrested, and soon you are going to see all the details, all the evidences, whatever the money, how much amount they
See,
offered.
because I'll tell you why.
One minute. Let me complete.
Yeah.
Already they offered right now 25, and rest of 75 will be given later. This is the agreement and deal between the 4 MLAs and Ramchandra Bharti, Jay Simha and Nand Kumarji.
No, but
So
what is
happened.
the evidence that you
exactly
have? Where is the cash? Where is the cash? Where is the... Are these communications that you are going to present to the police? What is the evidence? Can you give us a sense of what kind of evidence you're talking about?
No, the
Beyond
great
photographs.
evidence is the great evidence. I'll tell you the regular evidence from all the Bharatiya Janata Party leaders of the state and central. There are Shindes in the party. The Shindes are coming out from the TRS party. We are going to soon. Many people are in touch with me, and so many people are coming to Bharatiya Janata Party. Every day they regularly made the statements, and the Swamijis who are blessed them very regularly. This is the great evidence. And whatever the...
See, I'll tell you the reason I'm asking...
I have information.
Yes.
Soon you are going to get that how much amount is cashed by the police people will be announced soon.
No, because I hope it is announced soon, because at the end of the day, Mr. Rao, the reason why evidence must be brought forward is because, these are public representatives. The public has a right to know. It cannot be, it cannot be just shadow boxing and shadow play and insinuations between your two parties. The public has a right to know whether there has actually been some kind of attempt to bribe MLAs by the BJP, or whether it was a false flag operation by the TRS to distract before another big bypoll. Whatever the fact is, there has to be some kind of arrival at the truth. We can't let this fact blow over because the allegations are too big. In your view, what is the next step forward? A case has been registered. The BJP is saying an SIT needs to be formed and be monitored by a sitting High Court judge. Is that, in your view, the only way forward? Because if you say CBI, the TRS will say CBI is under the central government. How can we trust that?
See, Shiv,
Mr. Rao.
You have to understand, the primary allegation that we are trying to buy for MLAs itself is so baseless. It doesn't have feet to stand, because you cannot topple a government, even if, theoretically, if you see, which has more than 100 MLAs.
But it looks bad.
They have only 91. They have bought Congress MLAs in hordes, over 12. Now, the people who have been buying MLAs to strengthen already a strong party is alleging Bharatiya Janata Party is buying MLAs. What would you do for MLAs when you have 110 out of 119 seats MLAs? Now, what would a party which doesn't allow an MLA to cross over unless he resigns? Why we have a bypoll is an MLA from Congress crossed over to us and he had to resign and go to a poll. Unlike in TRS party, MLAs can walk in and become even ministers.
Okay.
Bharatiya Janata Party is a national and matured party. We don't indulge in this kind of downright horse trading with, we have no instances in the past, no precedences.
Okay.
But they cross, they pinpoint that Bharatiya Janata Party buys. What happened in Maharashtra is not Bharatiya Janata Party which has done horse trading. It is the other party, Shiv Sena, which has broken by itself. Now, It might look like a theory, but it's not. Party carefully manages its image. So, Shiv, I also think that the party should do a criminal complaint for maligning our reputation, go the investigation into the High Court for understanding.
And it has to happen. Like I said, in our political discourse, allegations fly thick and fast between parties, but this cannot be left ignored. It has to be investigated. The truth has to come out. Elections are there in a few days in Munugode. The full election is happening next year in Telangana. Then there's 2024 as well. These are public representatives. It's not something the public can ignore, and we will continue to put the spotlight on this story and demand answers. Krishna Sagar Rao, Bachu Srinivas, thank you very much, gentlemen, for your time here on 5 Live. Coming up on the other side of this very short break, a historic move by India's BCCI. equal match fees from now on for both men and women's cricket teams. This was announced by Jai Shah earlier today. Many are wondering, wasn't this already the case? How could it not have been? We'll tell you more next.
जितने भी पूरे भारत में सिक्योरिटी गार्ड लगे हुए हैं सबको मान सम्मान मिलना चाहिए।
हम अकेले ड्यूटी करते हैं, हम गरीब आदमी हैं सर।
आज तो सम्मान तो मेरा चला ही गया, मुझे सिर्फ रिस्पेक्ट चाहिए।
हम आपकी कहानी पूरी दुनिया को सुनाएंगे और आपके स्वाभिमान के लिए आवाज उठाएंगे।
रात 9 बजे आज तक पर।
Everyone's busy finding what's trending. You're busy finding out why. India Today for those who research before reacting. Download the India Today app now. Everyone's busy finding what's trending. You're busy finding out why. India Today for those who research before reacting. Download the India Today app now.
Heavy rains are affecting India and Bangladesh. More than 30 people have lost their lives to the floods. Bangladesh has lost access to electricity and the internet, while millions are stranded. Monsoons and seasonal downpours occur in many parts of the world in the countries close to the equator. But the best-known monsoon, due to its intensity and impact on people's livelihoods, occurs each year in South Asia. It runs between May and September. Well, as the summer approaches, heat builds over the land in the Indian subcontinent. Sea temperatures around the landmass, meanwhile, are much cooler. Warm air is less dense than cold air, so when heat over the subcontinent rises, air rises too, creating a vast area of low pressure. Over India, this causes wind direction to swing dramatically from the northeast to the southwest. Wind from the southwest, generated by high pressure in the Indian Ocean, then rushes in and fills the void left by the low pressure area. As it's full of moisture, it unleashes relentless rain over the land. Climate change, global warming, changes in land use and pollution can all affect the rainy season. Even dust from North Africa and the Arabian Peninsula, which heats up the air, can play a major role, making it even more intense. Monsoon is vital to the lives of hundreds of millions of people. 2/3 of India's population of 1.2 billion live in rural areas. India gets 80% of its precipitation from the monsoon. More than half of India's farms lack irrigation, so they depend almost entirely on the annual rains. But monsoon rains can also bring devastation and misery to hundreds of thousands of people through flooding, mudslides, and collapsed buildings.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices.
In a big move by the Indian Cricket Board, the BCCI, from now on, women's team members will receive the same exact match fees as their male counterparts. It wasn't the same so far. The decision was announced by BCCI Secretary Jai Shah today. He called this a new era in gender equality. India becomes only the second cricketing nation after New Zealand to implement an equal pay scale for gender equality. Incredible decision that's been welcomed today.
It's a historic day for Indian cricket. The gender pay gap between the female and male cricketers has been done away with. The female cricketers in the country will now get exactly the same match fee as their male counterparts. BCCI Secretary Jai Shah announced the decision, saying that this was the first step by the board towards tackling gender discrimination in Indian cricket. He took to Twitter to announce that both men and women cricketers will now get the same match fee, a development that has been applauded by everyone. A huge development to lift the mood of the female cricketers and the nation.
As cricketers, what we can do is to put up our best performance on a consistent level, which the team has been doing in the recent past. And I think for everything it will take some time. Nothing happens overnight, and I'm just very happy that BCCI and Mr. Jai Shah have taken this decision to have equal pay in terms of match fees for the players.
The medalist, India! Women's cricket in India has come a long way in the last 10 years. Despite Indian women's cricket doing really well in the last 5 years, there was a huge gap in the match fee of male and female cricketers. So how much do the Indian players stand to get from this development? For every test match, women's cricketers will get 15 lakhs each. For ODIs, it will be 6 lakhs, and for T20 internationals, it will be 3 lakhs each. Same as that for male cricketers. New Zealand Cricket was the first board to make such a move earlier this year, and Cricket Australia is likely to follow soon.
बहुत बड़ा डेवलपमेंट है, क्योंकि जब हमने खेलना स्टार्ट किया था तो हमने ट्रेन की बोगी में जो स्लीपर क्लासेस रहते हैं उसमें हमने शुरू करा था अपना क्रिकेट. लेकिन अभी जो आगे आने वाला टाइम है और लास्ट 5 इयर्स से जब से टेलीवाइज हुआ है, पता चला है लोगों को, तब से लोग ज़्यादातर इम्प्रूव करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि लड़कियों को और अच्छा मिले. और उसके लिए हम लोगों ने बहुत अच्छा क्रिकेट खेला है. 2017 वर्ल्ड कप, उसके T20 वर्ल्ड कप, वी आर फाइनलिस्ट इन बोथ द वर्ल्ड कप, और अभी हमने कॉमनवेल्थ में भी हम लोगों ने अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं. तो वी डिजर्व दिस.
The next big move is the women's IPL, which has been in the pipeline for some time now and is expected to be launched next year in a 5-team competition. Surely the women's cricket in India has come a long way, and televising their matches is one of the reasons why the likes of Smriti Mandhana, Harmanpreet Kaur and Shefali Verma have become household names. Now they have been duly rewarded, and there's more on its way. Sports Bureau, India Today.
Very, very big news that's just been announced. Prime Minister Modi will be laying the foundation stone of the first ever joint venture aircraft production facility of Tata and Airbus in Vadodara, Gujarat. This is a production facility that will build C-295 military transport aircraft for the Indian Air Force as well as the Indian Coast Guard. The foundation stone for this production facility will be laid by Prime Minister Modi this Sunday in the city of Vadodara. That's October the 30th. The C-295 aircraft, 56 of these have been ordered by the Indian Air Force. 40 of those aircraft will be built, and it's a great source of pride for Indian industry that 40 of those aircraft will be built by Tata and Airbus at this new production facility that will come up in Vadodara, Gujarat, that is going to be inaugurated by the Prime Minister on Sunday. The aircraft will be part of the Indian Air Force's high-tempo logistics fleet. These are highly capable aircraft that the Indian Air Force has taken a long time to decide on, and these aircraft will be manufactured in India. They will also be exported to other countries. And this is also a big story because this is huge for Atmanirbhar Bharat. Hundreds of Indian companies will provide the assemblies, the sub-assemblies and parts that will go into the manufacturing of this European aircraft for the first time in India. Gaurav Sawant is with me live. Momentous, milestone for Indian industry, Gaurav. You and I both know how long the Indian Air Force has been in the global market looking for light transport aircraft that are crucial to access, reach and logistical missions. This aircraft will be manufactured, it's such a great source of pride, by a private sector company in collaboration with Airbus in Gujarat, in Vadodara. And it's the foundation stone is going to be laid, this Sunday. Production will start in a few years from now. Tell us why this is important, Gaurav.
Shiv, this is truly a milestone. 56 of these aircraft for the Indian Air Force as a replacement of the aging Avro 748 fleet. So the Avros, with their Rolls-Royce engines, old British aircraft, Indian Air Force desperately looking for newer aircraft that can carry up to 50 to 70 troops. So 50 paratroopers, 70 normal soldiers, infantry soldiers, for lifting between 5 and 10 tons of load. Also to be capable of taking off from fit runways, semi-firm runways and land in these areas. So very versatile aircraft. The fact they'll be manufactured in India, and not only 56 of these. So 16 come to India in flyaway condition, 40 to be manufactured in India. And then once Indian Air Force requirements are met for 56, it's not as if the plant will shut down. The plant will remain to service these aircraft, and of course also extremely important to export these aircraft to other countries that may need them. And it's not just the Indian Air Force, Shiv. Even the Coast Guard is looking at these extremely versatile transport aircraft that are desperately required by the Indian Air Force. The fact that they'll be manufactured in India is the big story. Manufacture for India and of course export to other countries.
Huge milestone for Indian private industry. Remember, defense production has been dominated by state-owned PSUs like HAL and others. For the first time, a private sector company will be building aircraft for the military right here in India. Cannot exaggerate what a big deal this is. This Sunday, the Prime Minister will be laying the foundation stone for that factory in Vadodara, Gujarat. Gaurav, thanks very much for that. We, of course, will get you live coverage of the foundation laying ceremony on Sunday in Vadodara, Gujarat. But coming up next on 5 Live, Elon Musk has finally been spotted at the Twitter factory. And we'll tell you why he's carrying that ceramic sink and calling himself Chief Twit. That's next.
Climate change is real. The long-term shifts in temperatures and weather patterns are constantly taking place, and it will affect you. If you are still not bothered about it, here are some facts which you should know. The world's polar ice caps are shrinking little by little. The Arctic is heating up twice as fast as the rest of the planet, with Greenland's glaciers receding particularly quickly. This process is speeding up all by itself. Melting snow exposes ice underneath, which then absorbs the sun's rays and increases thawing. At the opposite end of the Earth, 90% of the ice shelves on the Antarctic Peninsula are starting to disintegrate. Ice melt is also being observed in mountain ranges like the Himalayas, Kilimanjaro, the Alps and Pyrenees. In the Andes, glaciers are retreating and risk disappearing altogether. Ocean levels are rising due to the combination of melting ice and warmer sea temperatures, as warm water has a greater volume than cold water. At the current rate, it is predicted that by the year 2100, sea levels will rise between 26 centimeters and a meter. Islands in the Pacific or Indian Oceans like the Maldives will be submerged. Densely populated, low-lying coastal areas like Bangladesh, Vietnam, the Netherlands and the east coast of the United States are all under threat.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV.
One of the richest men in the world, Elon Musk, is all set to close his purchase of Twitter, social media giant, by tomorrow. His co-investors in this $44 billion deal, which includes Sequoia Capital, Binance and others, have been formally informed of his intentions. Friday also marks the deadline set by a court in the United States. But all eyes are on this video of Elon Musk, for some reason, carrying a sink into Twitter headquarters. If you're wondering why, and you haven't guessed already, take a look at this report.
Elon Musk at his bizarre best, entering Twitter headquarters carrying a bathroom sink. His weird action explained in part in this tweet. Entering Twitter HQ, let that sink in. But it was the status on his Twitter handle which explained a lot to the public. If letters to financiers informed them of his intention to complete the Twitter deal, it was this status as the chief twit which announced his intentions to the world. Twitter shares have risen more than 7% this week, jumping to close near the $54.20 offered by Elon Musk this April. The company's share price has been seesawing since April when the deal was announced. The highs and lows set by Elon Musk's statements and mood. Trading the stock has been suspended by New York Stock Exchange on Thursday. The stock was at $39.31 on the 1st of April and shot up to $51 in just 2 trading days. However, Musk's refusal to go ahead with the deal saw the stock plunge to new lows in the second week of July. Now, with the deal just a day away from signing, the stock is up again. The deal is backed by some of the biggest banks and global investors. Morgan Stanley and Bank of America have committed $13 billion in debt. Investors, including Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison and Saudi Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, are pitching in with $7.1 billion. There are, however, doubts over the future of Twitter's Indian origin CEO, Parag Agarwal, who has frequently been in Musk's firing line. Agarwal has also not shied away from taking pot shots at Musk in the past 6 months.